Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So TCU's offense comes onto the field first today. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him, but David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week, you can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll go to the counter play. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of rounds.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Job number 1 for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
The Yellow Jackets trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Sweet cut there. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're going to ride this running back. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, the ground game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now the play fake. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, TCU! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What
defender exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Back to throw. It's Nolan. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put it.
Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one man.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And now on the pitch, the ball right down the gut of the field. At the 20.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
Great place to start for this offense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
On the set. Here we go.
Sends it back in motion. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. Setting up the screen. Oh, what a move. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Wants to go up top. Oh, he makes the catch. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the stakes. The Yellow Jackets lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Pressure coming. And he's snowed under.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they're executing beautifully.
Heaves it on the run. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week. Get your feet set at the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And they'll mark it down at the 30.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Alexander. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Gives it on the option. He breaks a tackle. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Throws to the back. Grabbed in the middle, it's Alexander. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum.
Turning it on! Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Hoover. Got it in the middle, it's James. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. He'll off one deep down the left side.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quick completion on the out route. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
And the Horned second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. Going with the ground game left. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. The coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll start this drive from the 42. The give to the tailback. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Looking for room, it's Palmer. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, TCU! A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Charlotte has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 32 to Ole Miss. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. The Red Wing Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. To the air, it's Nolan. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Oh, not a space. He's at the and he motors into the end zone.
so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to throw. It's Nolan. That's caught. It's Hawkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing.
He was hoping for a little more running room, and they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Give to the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Unloads quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Leaves it with the running back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way. And we're looking pretty good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Reads it, fires complete. Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Yellow Jackets, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to pass, it's Nolan. Snagged out of the air. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now facing a third and long. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now.